A piece of history to Fort Myers Beach. It's been the goal of a group for years now. Remember, if you're an old timer, these iconic arches that were the gateway onto Fort Myers Beach, they've been gone for 40 years. But now a piece of the past could come back into our near future. 4 in Your Corner's Alyssa Dickert on the beach, showing you why the arch's new home could be at a county-owned park. Alyssa?
It's still in the proposal phase by Lee County commissioners, but the plan is to restore the iconic arches here at Crescent Beach Family Park. There soon might be a new view as you drive over the bridge into Fort Myers Beach. And no, I'm not talking about Margaritaville.
It's a piece of our history. It was always the gateway to the beach.
Built in 1924, these stone arches were the entrance to Fort Myers Beach for 55 years. It's now been 4 decades since they were torn down back in 1979.
The original proposal was along this fence by the Gulf.
Gail Mason is an activist for the group Restore Fort Myers Beach Arches. The group has been working hard for 3 years to raise money for the project, but even with fundraising, they're coming up short.
It's very difficult to raise that kind of money with a small group of people.
The group of 1,000 members estimates it'll cost about $75,000 to reconstruct the arches made of coquina. So this is where Lee County Commissioner Cecil Pendergrass steps in.
My goal is to use TDC funds because it's public access on a public beach, bed tax money, so we are not paying for it locally. There will be no cost to Lee County taxpayers unless you're staying in a hotel.
The plan would be to use original remnants from the arches and build them on a section of the county-owned park. But if you are worried about the view, they won't be higher than 20 feet.
Look at the design and permitting for reconstruction on the public beach without blocking the Gulf of Mexico.
If this were to eventually pass, it'll still be a couple of years before history rebuilds itself.
A piece of history, even if it's in Crescent Beach or wherever it ends up being, would be wonderful.
Fort Myers Beach Town Council plans to discuss this at their meeting coming up this Monday. It'll also be on the agenda at the Lee County Commission meeting on Tuesday. In Fort Myers Beach, Alyssa Dickert, Fox 4 in Your Corner.